It's time for another Keeping Track segment with motorsport journalist Dino Alberto. He's also the president of the Eastern Motorsport Press Association, and that group recently held their convention in Wilkes-Barre over 3 days. So it's a massive event. Dino, thank you for joining us. How was the convention this year? After not having it last year, a crazy year for everybody, but being able to get together with a lot of people and celebrate the sport of racing.
The response was overwhelming. I would think oh gosh, for every event that we had up there was over 100 people per event. So there was just that much enthusiasm and excitement. And it's good. We're a media organization that consists of writers, photographers, videographers, PR people, track personnel, bloggers, if you will, and things of that nature. So it's just a great gathering of that aspect of what the motorsports world is about. We have a job. We go to these racetracks. These promoters give us the opportunity to come in there. You know, they have to make a living too. So allowing us as media individuals to get into the pits and get to their drivers and then talk to them, get their perspective, put the word out there, put the stories out there, put the pictures out there. So we take pride in that. And that's what this organization really bases itself on, is that concept. We promote this sport just like a promoter does, because without us and without these promoters, we feel, you know, the drivers who are basically the bread and butter are not getting their just due. So that's why we do what we do, and we are very proud of it.
Is it an education, Dino, from a different generation of racing, and maybe something that the people who are driving now get to either hear or be a part of, or have an interest in learning?
Without question, these guys laid the foundation for where we are today in this particular era of motorsports and motor racing on the short track level and in the national level as well, because listen, they were out there working on their own equipment, building their own equipment. Everything now, it's purpose-built race cars. You know, you just don't go to the junkyard as you did back in their day and pick up a part here or part there. These guys were unbelievable engineers, engineering wonders that I don't even think they realized that, and able to do things and get around these tracks with, well, not as safe as equipment as you would think as what we have out there today. I mean, today it's just tenfold as compared to what they had, but what they had to work with and the ingenuity that they put into their machines, and you know, basically all off of a shoestring budget. They are a testament, a true testament to the sport, and again, the pillars of where we are today. You can never row the future without respecting the past, I always say.
Dino, you mentioned a few times that the acceptance speeches are wonderful, but it's really, you know, having a few cocktails, talking to these drivers. Can you share a story or something you heard from over the, you know, maybe you don't have to say names, or can you share something with us, a story maybe that you heard, maybe not even this year, but in years past?
Gosh, Kenny, I can just go on that one there. It's really some amazing things that these guys have to talk about. The memories are phenomenal. What they do remember. Ken Brent is, I think, one of the best. I could talk to him, and he'll tell you things that happened back in 1952 and 1955 and 63 and 70 and everything else. And he's spot on, and he remembers it all. And you're just, you know, pulled in because you've heard these stories, but now you're hearing them firsthand by the individuals who actually lived them. And that's just so cool. And you're cracking open a cold one in the process, and they're having one with you, and you got to pinch yourself sometimes.
And Dino, people could read your work in the Standard Speaker at standardspeaker.com as well locally. Is there something, before I ask my final question, looking back, was there something from this past season that you really enjoyed writing about for the Standard Speaker, or writing about locally?
I tell you what, last year around this time, what was pretty exciting for me was talking and reporting about the reopening of the Bloomsburg Fair Raceway after some 34 years or so being dormant. We were there to see the first cars go around what was then a makeshift track, and it was kind of chilling, as if you will. It just brought those goosebumps, because here was a place that was coming back to life, and to see that first shovel of dirt that was put into the ground, and then see the first wheels turn, and now it's become a a state-of-the-art facility, and they're coming into their second year. I really think reporting on Bloomsburg was really special for me this past year.
Dino, any final thoughts in this Keeping Track segment, whether it be about the convention that was just held, or the racing season coming up, or anything at all?
Well, to me, it's a labor of love to just wrap up this convention that we just had. Next year will be our 50th convention, and you look back at so many different venues we've been to over the past during that time. But it's a labor of love. And again, I have a great support group with the board of directors that we have. Earl Kraus, Jeff Gromis, Carl Fredrickson, and Carol Hussock. And then there's so many others that just are right there for us. I can't thank them enough for what they did, and to pull this thing off, to move from down near Philadelphia to up here in Wilkes-Barre and Northeast PA, and give everybody a taste of what Northeast Pennsylvania racing is all about, because we certainly let them know that this is a very racing-rich region, among other things, and I think we're very happy with the results of that. And I was just so proud to be able to pull this off and have that convention again. So for me, that's what it was all about right now.
And if you want to learn more about this racing-rich region, you can read Dino Oberto's work in the Standard Speaker, and also a lot of other places. Just Google, I guess, Dino Oberto, and the racing information will just come flying out of your computer. Dino, thank you so much once again for taking some time with us.
Kenny, you're fantastic, and appreciate everything you do for the world of sports and motorsports.
You can hear much more from Dino Oberto in a bonus clip from that interview you just heard on our YouTube channel. In that clip, Dino will introduce us to the members of this year's Eastern Motorsport Press Association Hall of Fame class.